Welcome back to the channel. Pardon the absence. Things happen. We're back with another rebuild. It's Raven Javen, and we're gonna have a phenomenal rebuild. The greatest rebuild you've ever seen. Um, I don't want to just pick the team that has the worst record. Oh, I should explain why I'm moving on from the previous uh, rebuild. A lot of things have happened in the NFL. Like, Chuba Hubbard was going crazy for us in our Panthers rebuild in our first few games, but he is no longer the running back one in Carolina. That would be Rico Dowdle, which is a interesting development. I want to just scrap that idea. Start where we are right now in the draft. I mean, in the season. And I'm not going to pick the Titans because I don't want to pick. I don't just want to pick the team with the worst schedule. Hold on, let me explain myself. I feel like there are a lot of candidates for really bad teams, right? You have teams like the Cardinals, the Browns, the Falcons, the Raiders. If they had their quarterback situated and not getting hurt, man, these teams could contend for playoffs and be actually dangerous. Like Shadir Sanders should have been starting the whole year. Cardinals, if they get that franchise quarterback, watch out. Panics, man. And then Geno, jeez. If you get the Raiders or quarterback, they are a playoff team, no doubt in my mind. They're also in a really tough division. Doesn't help them either. But I'm not gonna pick one of those teams because I feel like they have a pretty strong base. I want to pick a team that's in the absolute bucket in terms of talent on their team. You look at some other teams with bad records like the Commanders and the Dolphins. I mean, the Commanders, Jane Daniels injured. Only reason why the record's bad right now. The Dolphins is, and a plethora of other reasons, but they're a solid team. Like, they're nowhere near the bottom, I think. But then you have like the Dolphins, um, who are good. They're a solid football team. I think if Tyreek Hill didn't get hurt, they would have surged stronger in the middle of the season, and they could have made a push for the playoffs. The Giants, they have Dart, which the Giants have Dart. They have Scatterboo. They have a real defensive line. They have talent. Andrew Thomas is one of the top tackles in the league. They're just a little bit too talented for me to choose my rebuild. So it really comes down to three teams who I think are in the worst position in the NFL. The Titans, the Saints, and the Jets. These three teams are just, they're in really bad spots. My thing with the Titans is they have a quarterback. I don't give a damn what the stats say. Cam Ward is a good quarterback. He's made some insane, nutty throws this year, and he has the potential to, I think, be a top 10 quarterback in this league very quickly. They've just got to surround him with some talent. I feel like there's a team that has no quarterback and no surrounding talent that is in a worse spot than them. The Saints, my favorite YouTuber right now is Bengal, and he's rebuilding the Saints. That's his big franchise on his channel this year. So I've kind of just watched a bunch of it. I don't really want to do that. I think they're in probably about as equally as a bad spot as the Jets, but I will be using the Jets. I feel like they're going to be a little bit more fun. And also, they've just been so bad for so long. Like, ever since Mark Sanchez, they've been horrific, which is a crazy sentence to say. I'm not saying it was because of Mark Sanchez. I'm just saying, um, since Mark Sanchez era, they have been horrific, right? Just no good. So that is the team we're going to be using today.
The
Get
menu
ready
on the
for,
left lets you
geez.
adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the
Thank you,
preseason,
sir.
the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
So we're going to do 10-minute quarters, 20. I found that this gets you 60 snaps per team on average. That's what you want to shoot for. Standard settings across the board. Turn off the pre-order bonus so we don't have oodles and boodles of staff points. Um, and I want to turn down the number of X Factor and Impact players. superstar players, pardon me, because I feel like after a couple of years with the standard dev trait management settings, there's just you have so many um, X factors and superstars. I want to reserve that for really the top players in this league. The wear and tear system I think is awesome. I think works pretty well in this game, and I think it's a really good change they've made this year. And then with the title update, they made it even better. So I'm liking it all around. I'm gonna show everyone the sliders we got here. We'll need a buff catching. Make it 45 for each. Turn down run block. Run blocking is way too easy this year on offense. That's pretty much my main concern with this game. Well, I have three main concerns with the gameplay. Number one, run blocking is too easy. Number two, the CPU never goes to their number one receiver. And three, I think his pursuit angles on AI defenders are still awful. Um, but also the CPU running isn't great. Also, I need to turn up pass defense because they just score so much points on you if your pass defense isn't up to par. Forgot to turn that for my settings. Okay. Injuries turned up, fatigue is turned up significantly to get backups rolling in, like it's realistic. And guys, they get injured. That happens, you know. I will turn down the threshold to 85. I've been playing a 90 because speed just matters way too much in this game, unless you turn it down like that or turn it up like that. Pardon me. So that was necessary, I think. Um, I think I'm gonna. These are my settings for penalties. I think I'm going to turn down illegal block in the back 1 because I've seen a little bit too much of that. And I'm going to turn up roughing the passer 1, maybe 2, because I see like no roughing the passer. Oh, I'm going to do 1 because I want it to be crazy. But running into the kicker happens way too much. So we're going to turn that off. Is there anything else I need to do? I think I'm good. Yes. We will be lowering the XP because I think players develop too quickly in this game. I don't think it's accurate. We're going to be lowering them all to 92. I did it to 90 in one of my recent rebuilds that I was just doing for fun. Um, I thought they developed a little bit slowly, quite frankly. Um, I think this is fine. I think they did a pretty good job with the progression rates and the progression rates on offense and defense. But yeah, that's pretty much like the baseline we've got going right now. That's the settings. That's pretty much what you need to know there. We're gonna go ahead and advance the week. Hopefully, we lose the Ravens like what happened in real life. Um, Jesus Christ, we won. Why did you do this, Tyrod Taylor? I should have forced it. I don't really care. Um, I know. I don't want to do that. We will be importing. This is the good one. I need to get rid of this one. These two are not great. This is the good one. Shout out whoever made this. It's a great draft class to use. We will be using it. I wanted the reason I'm only using like a downloaded draft class for this year because I want it to feel a little bit realistic, right? Because there's there's not I think there's no elite quarterbacks in this class. Me personally, that's how I feel. So I don't want to get an auto-generated draft class and have an elite quarterback because I don't think that's the situation the Jets are in. You know, maybe they think there's an elite quarterback in this draft class, but me personally, I do not feel that. I think Mendoza's quite good. I like Dante Moore. He's not from Iowa. He's Oregon. Sellers is very unpolished. Beck is no. Nussmeier's a no. Robertson's a no. Aller's a Absolutely not. Nico and Taylon Green are very unpolished. Taylon Green's got a cannon of an arm. He's a weird one. Or I think he's like Anthony Richardson to me, dude. Honestly, he has so much untapped potential. Just not an NFL quarterback right now. I do like Altmaier. I like Chambliss. Daniels is no good. Like the quarterback class this year is very underwhelming. I think personally. So that's the situation the Jets find themselves in, and I think that's going to be like a big deal for them this offseason because obviously you're paying Justin Fields next season what 23 million. I think you're just going to have to go and play him next season in 2026. I think you're going to have to stick with this guy. You're paying him so much money next season. You're not paying him that much money, but you're paying him a pretty good amount next season. Why not just trot him out there? I don't see an elite quarterback in this class. Just trot him back out there, see what he can do. Maybe get a better backup than Tyrod Taylor. Maybe get somebody you think can actually win games. Because I don't think they got Tyrod Taylor because they thought he could win games. I don't. I think there was better backups they could have got. But I'm rocking with Justin Fields. I don't even care that Tyrod Taylor just threw 4 touchdowns. I should have put Fields in and probably would have lost. Yeah, I don't care, man. Um, this is what we're rocking with. This team is terrible. The issues are glaring at receiver because the injury of Garrett Wilson. Receivers are bad outside of him, really bad. Adonai Mitchell, I like him. Very unpolished. Lazard, he's terrible. Brees Hall is amazing. He's in hell. He is in hell. I mean, the O line is solid. Joe Tipman is having to play at right guard because Elijah Vera Tucker went down early, season-ending injury. But the O line is really solid. Like before Elijah Vera Tucker went down, this was one of the better O lines in the league. I think they've got 2 really good tackles. I think Olu should be at least an 80. Membu's a little too high, honestly. But they were 2 very good tackles. I think very young. They've got a nice future ahead of them. And I think next year you get the O line healthy, you can fully assess Justin Fields. And, maybe give him another damn receiver besides Alan Lazard, dude. Like, I did. What made him think that was a good idea? An Alan Lazard out there to begin the season as their receiver too, and a rookie tight end who I don't think that much of. I think he's solid, right? But he's not Brock Bowers. Like, Brock Bowers is a guy you go into a season with like Trey Tucker as your wide receiver too, and that's you saw how the hell that went. Like, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. Like the Jets, they should have picked up somebody better than Alan Lazard, man. That's crazy. And the defense, they're so bad now without Quinton Williams and Sauce Gardner. Free safety's a huge issue. Up the middle's another huge issue. Jermaine Johnson has been terrible this year. That's why he's not playing, but I'm going to play him, try to develop him. Um, I do like Ezra Thomas. Tony Adams, I think, will be a solid player. Obviously, Andre Cisco is injured. That's why uh, we've got a problem at free safety here. I don't think I'm going to re-sign Cisco, though. I don't think he's very good. I like Tony Adams. Definitely. I think he's very solid in coverage. Cisco is, I don't think he's good at anything, particularly. T. Williams, he should have been traded. And yeah, that's how I feel about the team. I'm pretty raw with my emotions. This is a terrible team. We're going to re-sign Brees Hall. Absolutely. We're going to give him $9 million. I do not care. Like, he's definitely worth the money, and he should be the centerpiece of this offense. We should be running the ball. We should be running the damn football behind this guy. This guy's damn good. We're going to give him $18 million. Hmm, I don't know. Hmm, I don't know. 70. We're gonna give him $17.5 million every season for 4 years. On average, I should say, not every season, but for 4 years, $17.5 million. I think it's very worth it, and I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna make one of the top offensive lines in the NFL. He resigns. We're not resigning Cisco. We will resign Tony Adams here for $5 million a year for the next 3 years. Very good deal. Like that. He's solid. He's just solid. He's cheap. He's solid. I don't see why we wouldn't. John Simpson, we're gonna overpay the hell out of him, and we're gonna accurately assess um, Justin Fields here. I think we have the money to overspend on him for these 2 years. We're gonna give him 18 million a year. I think that's kind of crazy, Javen. We're gonna give him we're gonna give him we're gonna give him 16 million a year for 2 years. We're gonna properly assess Justin Fields next year, and then the year after we can just trade him, re-sign him, depending on the quarterback situation, where we're at. But I think this is a fair offer, and he doesn't take $16 million a year. You're an asshole. And all these guys, I don't want any of these guys. Quincy Williams should have been traded. Cisco, I don't think he's very good. No. No. I mean, I feel for you, man, but no. 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 Fuck no. Uh, like, it's it's not good. It's not great at all. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was going a little bit too fast there for a second. Holy crap. Oh, special teams legend. I'm guessing I don't know the lore. You should not be a 75 if you're not good. I thought Max Mitchell was so good coming out of college, man. That's funny. That is funny stuff, man. How wrong was I? Um, Johnny Woods, I used him in a Colts rebuild a few years ago with Anthony Richardson. They were both X Factors. It was kind of crazy. But I think that's all we're going to resign. I'm going to try John Simpson again next week. We got some focused players that we can look at. Based on where we're picking in the draft, I don't even think we're going to get one of these top 5 guys. So we're going to look at sellers and see, if he's got what it takes. Because he is raw, but we'll see what he's got. Um, Actually, no, I just remember there's a glitch where you have to put him in your favorites or things will go haywire. So we're going to do a little more sellers. We're going to favorite him. And the top 5 guys, we'll just go ahead and do that. I like Taylor Green and Allmeyer. I've said this before. I mean, as a free agent, I like Kyron Drones. I like Diego Pavia. He's not an NFL quarterback, I'll tell you that, but he's solid. Um, Dude, this guy for UConn can sling it. But I don't think he'll be very good in the game. Trinidad Cham was also coming from Ferris State. I mean, that's insane. Jordan Love obviously is amazing. Um, I like Saints a lot. Robert Henry Jr. No on J. Sorry. Le'Veon Moss is good. No to CJ Baxter. Jamal Haynes is good. Hmm. He's good. Desmond Reed is good. Why are we looking at so many running backs? Especially the early ones. Justice Haynes. Wait, we're not even doing my ranked. Jamal Haynes. Maybe Moss. I might consider Moss late down the board. Desmond Reed I do like. And then maybe a couple of guys. Undrafted free agent style. I do like Rashad Dubanian, actually. He's quite good. He was top 3 in rushing early in the season through the first few games. Had a great start. Definitely in wide receiver. Jordan Tyson would be amazing on this team. Cardinal Tate is all. I do like Makai Lemon. Some of these other guys, not so much. Eric Singleton. Zachary Branch, very good. I don't know why his first name's redacted. Evan Stewart is good. He's playing through an injury pretty much all season. This is tough. Some of these late round receivers aren't great. I do like Deion Burks. Not that much, though. I think if I had to go with any of these day 3 guys, it'd probably be Jeremy Bernard. And then we're going to add a couple of undrafted guy. Coy Rucker is awesome. I'm not going to lie, he's awesome. Uh, Stribling's good. Uh, Colgate? Omega Blake. I mean, Arkansas, they're the best 2-9 team I've ever seen in my entire life. Huh. They're so good on offense. So if you see one of their players, probably good. Eli Stowers is really good. Oscar Delp is also really good. I don't know why he's so low. He's really good. Not really seeing too much though. I do like Ole Miss's tight end. Say Troer would be really nice, I think. I probably should be looking at these guys' ratings rather than when I think of them in real life. I'm kind of goofing in that department. And Lenore Sellers does look pretty good. Sawyer Robertson looks quite nice. Baron Morton looks good. Jeremiah Love better be insane, or that's just a tragedy. None of these guys' juke moves look very good. That's interesting. Receivers, Jordan Tyson looks phenomenal. Just gonna go ahead and say that. See a couple of A's there for Brazil, but I don't really like him. Deuce Robinson is not good. I don't like him that much. I think he abuses his size a little bit too much. Casey Conception, he's good. I just don't like A&M at all. I think he could be solid though. If he was there round 2 or 3, I've got to take him. He's good. Eric Rivers has A deep route running and B short route running. I do like that. Junior Vander Ross has B release. That's something, right? Kenyon Sadiq looks amazing. Not really seeing much else here. We got run block. Maybe. Dude, I should cut this out, dude. I should not include this part in the video. This is taking forever to scout. And it's boring, honestly. Like, who wants to see this, realistically? Caden Proctor's good, obviously. Not seeing much else. Why am I even scouting left tackle? I don't need left tackle. We don't need any offensive linemen. I mean, a guy down the board would be kind of nice to get us some depth. We're just not in a position to take a top pick on an offensive lineman. Logan Taylor and Giovanni. We'll throw in there because they're, later rounds. Redacted Man looks quite good. As well as Josh Kreutz and Gus. Right guard. Reed Adams looks good. Walker Parks looks good. Jackson Harrington looks not great, actually. Mel Wagner looks good. Max, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Power move A. TJ Parker. TJ Parker is very good. I do like him. Would I take an edge rusher? I think yes. There are a lot of good ones, is his thing. So why would Ruben Bain is quite good. Let's see. No Westmoreland. Oh, he's a potential free agent. That could be good. Oh my goodness. Kelby Givens looks sensational as a pass rusher. I don't even care what he is as a run stopper. If he's there in the third round, I'm taking him. Peter Woods, sensational player. Caleb Banks looks good. Hold on. Oh, this is a sort that thing. Aaron Graves looks very nice. Then it gets really bad after that. Big drop off. Bear Alexander looks solid. Uh, Denzel Lowry looks pretty good down the board. Do I even know any of these Sams? No, I don't really care about Sams. Nobody does, okay? CJ Allen, I guess. Anthony Hill. We do need linebacker quite a bit. Will I take one? I'm not so sure about that. Taron York looks very good. Sertain Perkins looks good. Sonny Styles looks good. Kyle Lewis looks amazing at pass coverage. Holy crap. Remember to sort them by rank. I don't know why they're always unsorted here. But, Drew McCoy, he looks good. AJ Harris, okay. These corners look trash, man. Big garbage. Tacario Davis is 6'4" and he has a prep. It's a good combo. Jalen Jones on the board could be interesting in day 3. Colin Wright looks okay. Caleb Downs, he's sensational. Whoever gets... Dude, if he falls in the draft because of the stupid narrative that safeties don't matter, oh my gosh, Caleb Downs is so good. He's just oozing with talent. Please take him early or you will be regretting it. Like, the Ravens don't need a safety, so I know we're not going to take him. Which is sad because he's so damn good. We just took a safety last year. Obviously, we have Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks. No reason for us to. Jalen Kilgore for the Cox. Very good. And do we need a kicker? We actually kind of do need a kicker. If any of these guys have, like, generational kick power, I'll consider it. Trey Smack is an awesome kicker name, I will say. Drew Stevens. Marginal Poor. It's kind of crazy for kick power. Decent to marginal? That's a bunch of trash, man. That kicker. We're drafting Devin Bell. I'm a Razorback fan, okay, and this guy might be awesome. He's got great to good kick power. He's a damn good punter. He's probably one of the best players on the Razorbacks, honestly. Outside of the offense, we're good on offense. Why are we doing this? Wait, is that 2 Ohio State long snappers? That is hilarious. Alright, so now we can finally do focus players. We need to hurry up here. We're going to run out of time. Well, we will be doing Lenore Sellers. We're going to take a good look at. We're going to take a look at... I feel like we need... we need a free safety really bad. We need a safety in general really bad. So we're going to take a look at Kilgore. I like that he's 21. I like him as an athlete. Very good athlete. We need a corner quite bad as well. I feel like Aaron Glenn is going to really prioritize DB in this draft. Being a former DB, it makes sense. Who is a guy I thought looked good, but if Tacario Davis has good zone coverage, there it might be something here. In 3rd or 4th round, I would definitely take him. In the 3rd or 4th round, like, no questions asked. So we're going to do that as our focus players. Let me make sure that I have Justin Fields out there. Yeah, he's out there now. He is. Um, let's go ahead and assimilate. Assimilate? Not sure that's right. I don't want to miss anything like the scouting parts, but I don't think there's any more. Dude, I've been muted this entire time. That's so sad. That's horrific. I've been really struggling for this fifth negotiation. I think I'm. If we get a mentor tackle, that'd be really nice, but I don't think that's being offered to us. No, of course not, 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 of course not. I think we'll bring in Corvette as good depth on the O-line. I think that's important to have in case you have injuries, you know? And then we'll also bring in... Shoot, we can't bring in shit. This is what we have right now. Let's see if we get all the players. I got 4 of them. One's still deciding. Jimmy Ward. Bro. These boys are garbage. I guess we get Andrus Pete. For Pete's sake. My idea behind... Oh, shit. Hopefully it lets me go back and... I'll just got the free agency recap. I'll talk about it because I was just talking to myself for like the past 20 minutes, I guess. Which is really disappointing. We brought in 6 guys, 2 backup offensive linemen for depth. Juju Atwell, I don't think he's going to start. I think we're going to draft a receiver. And our 3 receivers will be Garrett Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, and the drafted guy, whoever we get. Kobe Dean, just replacing Quincy Williams. He's about the same price, younger, and I think better. Daquan Jones, we really needed help up the middle. Simply put, man, we needed a safety bad. We're going to move Jimmy Ward to free safety. And for some bandage solutions on offense, I forgot to sign a fullback. That's great. That's lovely. We need to set our private workouts, so we're going to be able to fully know about a lot of these guys. We see that Sellers might be the best value quarterback we can get. Possibly. Taylor Green has changed positions to receiver. What? Cameron Curl has been franchised. Can somebody, like, chime me in on what you're talking about right now? Because I would really love to know. What? And what the why is Taylor Green a receiver? Like, I get that could be a storyline. I've never seen that before, if that's a storyline, though. I mean, he would make a pretty badass receiver, honestly. 6'6", 230. But he's going to be so bad. Why would he do that? Oh, no. Is he not? He was listed under quarterback. He's just gone. So he made the change to receiver. Why, you may ask? The answer is to remain to be seen. That's the first for me. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. Um, but we're looking for some guys we can bring out for a private workout and see they'd fit our team the best. I feel like the biggest need is receiver and DB, so I feel like we're gonna focus on those. I feel like we're in the best spot to take one of these three. Which of those three? I'm not sure. I think we know Jordan Tyson's gonna be good, right? I think I know. Like I want Carnell Tate if we can get him. I think Makai Lemon is a guy that will fall to us, but I think we should know if he's gonna be good enough for us to want to take. So we're gonna go Makai Lemon as our first guy to look at. Then we want a corner and a safety that I want to look at. Do we get any information? Tercario Davis actually is going to be the corner that I drafted. Round 1 to 2. That is awesome. Jalen Kilgore's round 1. We're taking him. Well, I guess we're going all in on receiver because we know which DBs we want, honestly. But maybe we should go for backup plans. I feel like that could be a smart play to go for backup plans in case those guys, aren't in the picture anymore. Make ourselves feel better, we can get another guy. Ike Larson looks pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, we know we can get Ike Larson down the board, though, is the thing. Show me. Problem with the corners, I think we're just going to have to know about Tercario Davis and take him in the second round. I think we're looking for a backup safety. Show me Ike Larson. If he's not good, then we're going to make Kilgore happen, right? We're going to make that happen. And then our third player might have to be a defensive lineman. Ooh, could very well do a defensive tackle here. Some pretty good choices. For sure. For sure. Show me a little bit about, I don't really like them that much, I'm not going to lie. I do want to know how good really is. It's gotta be one of these two. Either Aaron Graves or Caleb Banks that we want. I want Aaron Graves obviously more, but he'd be more expensive. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a look at Aaron Graves. See if we need to trade back in to there. And those are gonna be the three players: Makai Lemon, Ike Larson, and Aaron Graves. Kind of a weird combination. About to run out of time for this episode. That's been a really long one. It's like 20 minutes of me not talking, so that's great. Let's check the mock draft before we go in to check where players are going, of course. And it's going to say we're going to take Lamar Sellers at 6. I'm going to tell you right now that's not happening. And holy... Am I tripping, or are we just going to be able to take, Why is Caleb Downs at 21? I might just take Caleb Downs. Is this a joke? I'm going to take Caleb Downs at 6, I think. I know we signed Jimmy Ward, but Caleb Downs is too good of a player not to take. If he's available, right? Makai Lemon's around 1. So, look, if Caleb Downs is available to me, we're gonna take them. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna cut off the video right here, actually, and we're just gonna include the draft uh, in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'm just gonna record back to back. I will see you in the next video, but for me, it will be really soon. This is Raven Javen. Uh, fuck. What's my outro? Uh, oh yeah. Bye bye. Just like Markiplier.